I'm not paid to be a role model. I'm paid to wreak havoc on the basketball court.
There's the pass to Leitner. Puts it up. Yes! Is it the shoe?
I was going to rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been.
One of the world's most talented athletes is retiring. It is true what somebody said today. There was Babe Ruth and Muhammad Ali and Michael Jordan and Wayne Gretzky.
Gretzky in front. Saved by Flaherty. The rebound. Score!
Favre just threw it perfectly right over him to Corey Bradford. Only Brett Favre could do that. I don't care what you say.
This is WHPC Sports Talk on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Game on!
Game on!
Oh, man. Welcome to the Thursday edition of WHPC Sports Talk on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. I love the Thursday crew. It's something about this crew that just lets me know it's ready for game time. You know what I mean?
So likable, right?
So likable, man. Just
there's no quitters here.
Nope.
Absolutely. We speak what's on our mind.
Exactly.
Yes. Joshua Yamahi is your host for today, joined by Braden Daniela. What's going on?
No.
Okay.
Today ain't the day. Today the Rangers suck.
Oh.
Elijah Moore is being a whiny you-know-what.
Oh.
You can say it.
Nah, I'll say it later. It's fine. Nico, take it away. I want to save all my pent-up anger and frustration.
Nico, what's Elijah Moore?
A bitch.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah,
okay.
a little bitch.
All right. How are you doing otherwise? You okay?
The Rangers did lose.
Yeah.
It was sad, but the Knicks won, so I'm a little happy.
Who isn't happy?
But today's not hump day, and there's no more humping.
No more humping.
No more humping.
Sorry to break it to you, man.
Also, shout out Kawhi.
Love Kawhi.
Kawhi Leonard.
And all of his family members. Mauricio Mendoza, what's going on?
Chillin', bro. You know, 50th anniversary. We're the best college radio out there.
Well, in, sensible people's opinion.
Well, yeah, but what can I say? I mean, where's that Marconi at, bro? Where's that award?
Oh, wow, you just called you direct shot. Wow, okay.
Yeah, 50 years, man. Where's it at? Where's the Marconi award?
I was going for the subtlety, but, you went right for it. I respect it.
Plays no games.
Antonio Gonzalez.
You talk about robbery
here. It's a great day. The only thing scarier than Halloween is how long it took for Kadarius Toney to get the hell out of New York.
Yeah, that was a long time coming, and that is where we'll start. But 516-572-7440 is the number to join the show. And once again, like Mauricio said, it is the 50th anniversary, the 50th birthday. Happy birthday, WHPC. It's been a great time here. We've had all kinds of guests. We got a lot of food and desserts in the back. We even got a new TV, guys.
Yeah,
I just saw it. I love it.
Man, I wonder what happened to the old one.
Bro,
it was never figure that out.
It was the wildest thing, bro. I walked in on Monday. You're hosting. I'm hyped. I'm like, let's pregame on the TV, right? Get to the back. It's no TV in there.
And no Xbox games either.
Yo,
can you believe that?
Must have been a ghost.
Yo,
definitely a ghost to WHPC.
It had to. It was a mean prank though, because they left the Xbox and the controllers, but they
give them kudos.
That's wild.
Should have just taken the controllers in hindsight.
Should have just taken the power cord, if anything.
Yeah,
that would have been perfect. That's the best prank.
Don't give the ghost ideas now, Nico. Come on now.
Well, if that ghost comes around, we'll take care of him.
Yeah.
We got Nico's gonna be
Ghostbusters,
one of the Ghostbusters
baby.
for
Let's get it.
Or he'll take care of himself.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I don't know what else can. That's for sure.
Yeah, there we go. We know what? We upgrade here at WHPC. Got a brand new TV in the back, flat screen, beautiful,
lovely.
Can't wait to play some games on there. Everything's looking up, and everything is looking up if you're a Giants fan, because even though you lose a talented wide receiver, like you said, Antonio, Kadarius Toney. The curious case of Kadarius Toney. I've said that all season long. Well, it's finally come to an end as far as New York is concerned. The New York Giants dealt I'll call him a troubled wide receiver to Kansas City for a conditional 3rd-round pick and a 6th-round pick in the upcoming draft. Now, like I said, he was really talented. When he was actually on the field last year, he did show a lot of
Cowboys.
Oh, in Giants lore forever, right?
Yep, always.
And then
I have dreams about that game. I wake up a little. Never mind. I don't know. I'm a little upset though, because after all that trouble, just for a 3rd rounder and 6th, come on, it's a 1st rounder. I mean, it just reminds me of DeAndre Baker, guys like that. We're just really bad at 1st round picks. Clearly, I mean, I don't even know what's gonna happen to Saquon or Daniel Jones. me as a Giants fan, I'm a little stressed out. I know we're doing great record-wise, but I just don't know what's going to happen for the future. I mean, we just keep...
Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong.
Absolutely. What he said.
real.
Knicks,
On God.
Knicks are 3-1. I just had to, maybe I'll surprise y'all during the show because I'm just so happy about the Knicks start. But continue, Anthony.
So yeah, I see this third round and a sixth rounder, and I want to be upset about it, but at the same time, I know I can't because we had to get him out of there. We had to get him out of there. And who's next? Hopefully, Kenny Galladay. I really doubt with that contract. But hey, good luck to the Chiefs with him. All right, because I feel like if we dealt anybody away, it's for a reason. It's not just because he was a problem. Because I feel like it was more than that. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but there's got to be something.
He should have been a Packer.
I was going to ask you about that, Nico, because y'all really need receiving help.
You think?
Well,
you think was that a genuine idea?
I was tapping into the 11% of my brain, Nico, to say that statement. I don't need you judging me, but yeah, y'all need receivers.
I'm not judging you, Josh. I'm judging the Packers.
You think the Packers?
You're judging Matt LaFleur at this point.
No, screw Matt LaFleur. Brian Gutekunst is an idiot with an idiot last name. Doesn't make sense.
It's spelled.
The team doesn't make sense.
It's spelled the way it's spelled and pronounced. Is like
Gutekunst.
Listen, it took a conditional third-round pick and a sixth-round pick. You're going to tell me your Green Bay Packers, for as troubled in air quotes, well, not even in air quotes, he's a troubled guy. He had a one hamstring was hurt apparently, and then
he's soft.
He was ready to come back, and my other hamstring. Like, come on, bro. So I don't know. It's one receiver off the market. I'm sure there'll be plenty more, like Elijah Moore, that I'll get Braden's opinion on in a little bit. But
I'm kind of intrigued what the Chiefs do with, Kadarius Toney, because if you think about it, they did get the undrafted guy, Justin Ross, who was expected to be really good.
Yeah.
All right, he fell off the charts because of an injury, and he's still injured. Then you have Sky Moore, who's not producing anything really for the Chiefs.
Right.
So I'm excited to see what happens with Kadarius Toney. I've always wanted to be a fan of him because I like when I saw him on the field that one or two times, he was balling. He's a baller, straight up. But he just didn't like us. I don't know. I honestly, I hope his rap career goes south.
Wow,
just straight up. I'm sorry. I really hope his rap career is terrible.
Is this stat I saw earlier today true? He has more Spotify songs than receptions in the NFL.
Oh, Jesus
It can 516-572-7440. If you can verify that for me.
He definitely has more songs than touchdowns that Kenny Galladay has. That's for sure.
That's crazy.
Kenny Galladay
Listen,
has 0.
I thought it's interesting about the New York Giants. If you go back to before last season, the wide receiver core is supposed to be their one strength of their team.
For sure.
With, Galladay gets the big contract, and he, I think it was 2 weeks in, he's already beefing with Jason Garrett on the sideline in primetime. And then Kadarius Toney, when he played, he was dynamic. And I think, watch when he gets in the Chiefs facility and he starts catching passes from Patrick Mahomes on the side, like, oh, my hamstrings magically feel better. That's crazy. I don't know what it was. Just maybe it's a change in the temperature, but wow, I'm healthy. I can play.
I don't know. If you saw it during the summer, that's when he started having problems with the Giants organization, starting beef, asking for even a trade rumor at that point. So I think ever since then he clocked out, just like Kenny Galladay. They both checked out. You could say Kenny Galladay didn't because he kept wanting to fight for starting, and he kept being upset when he got benched. But I swear to you right now, Kenny Galladay does not care about being on the Giants. He doesn't care about playing. He doesn't care about being a leader, even though he's a veteran. These guys just don't care.
It's funny, and it's kind of wild because I talk a lot about the mind of the modern athlete and how these guys think. So it's wild that more details will come out about Kadarius Toney. I'm sure the Giants brass will leak what really was going on with that kid and Kenny Galladay. Those two guys, you got to be really wild to quit on a 5-1 team.
It's insane.
6-1 team, sorry. You gotta be really full of yourself to quit on the 6-1.
Ego has to be absolutely unreal.
That's actually crazy to me. And Kadarius Toney, he's in, I think I'll call it a better situation in terms of the long term with Patrick Mahomes. And listen, if it works out for the Chiefs, we've seen it. He's dynamic when he's on the field, and when he's tapped in, I don't think there's very few guys in this league that can guard him, for real. Mm-hmm. Like one-on-one, you're going to have to. He demands a lot of attention because he's that explosive. But I don't know. I don't get it. You're a 6-1 team. You think you want to come back and really show them, hey, I can still play and really contribute to that team's success, but I guess these guys are just wired differently.
You said you're excited to see Kadarius Toney on the Chiefs and said that he might not feel that hamstring injury anymore. But if you look at the Chiefs, all right, they're team players, all right. Some of the receivers know they won't get targeted that many targets every game. Look at a guy like Mecole Hardman, who just finished having a touchdown extravaganza. Before that, he was crickets, not to be seen on the field. So I think a team with the Chiefs, like they're not pick me guys. You know what I mean? They're not just like, they want to show out and like they want to brag and see how good they are. Like they're humble. You know, they know there's a team effort. They know to be the Chiefs,
right? You
gotta be unity, and they're all about winning. They don't really care about stats. And I feel like Kadarius Toney isn't gonna fit that mold. I can already tell. You know, he's more of a Packers guy. You know what I mean? Someone who's like, oh, my bad, never mind. The Packers are my fault. Man.
Direct shot at Nico Weech over there. That's crazy.
One day I'm just not going to show up.
Yeah, he's more of an ego guy, like the Packers, like quarterback. I don't know. That's exactly what they need. I don't know.
Yeah, Mr. Ayahuasca.
Hang in there, Nico.
This is exactly what they need.
Sports.
This is exactly what they need. They're gonna be great now.
Sports phrase.
Before we move on from the NFL, I wanted to ask Braden, the Jets fan in the room, something. So,
this freaking bum we're gonna talk about.
We talked about Elijah Moore all week, really, but yesterday we talked about how, again, he demanded a trade, which is, if you want to talk about a really conceited guy, you're on a 4-game winning streak, and I'm not getting the ball. I'm not getting the ball, guys.
It's not even that. It's the, like you said, it's the way he did it. I mean, here you go. When was the last time the Jets really had a signature win? Does any because they beat the Green Bay Packers, and you're sitting there thinking, wow, this team might actually be legit.
Right.
And immediately afterwards, you think to go online and tweet. What was it? Oh, I'm not saying there's no I in team or something. And how it was something along the line goes, I'm pissed because I didn't get the ball. And your team has come be happy you're winning. You're a second-year wide receiver. I mean, you're not going to come in here. It's not like you're Stephon Diggs. You can just start demanding whatever you want. You still have to prove yourself. And and all this garbage, Josh, of Mike LaFleur and Robert Saleh talking about how, we're on the same page with Elijah Moore. Are you? Does he really want to be here? Think about it. Does he really want to be here? And now, especially with all the players tweeting about him.
Yeah.
This is a joke. This is the problem. And this is the last thing the Jets needed. Because now you're down Breece Hall. Now you're down Elijah Vera Tucker. We don't know what's happening with Corey Davis. I don't know. I haven't heard news about Corey Davis lately. You have 3 key injuries. The last thing you need is to disband. This is a part where the team has to come together. I hate to sound like we're in Pee Wee sports, but it's true. I mean, you have to join together as a team now. What he's doing, it's I don't know. And now, and you know what the thing about it is with Saleh and LaFleur saying we're on the same page. This just tells me they're trying to sweep it under the rug, and that's not going to be the case. I know this is going to come back to bite them in the ass, but I don't know. I don't know what's next for Elijah Moore. If he wants to be here, good on him. But the mindset, the vibes that he gave off these past 2 weeks, he doesn't want to be here. That's just my reality.
I was surprised to see James Robinson being moved to the Jets and not seeing Elijah Moore in that trade package or something like that. I don't really know how the Jaguars, if they need any wide receivers or not, but still, if you see a guy like that upset, because to me it's kind of shocking to see the Jets backing him up, being like, no, we're all good here. It's good chemistry. Because if you see the Giants, they didn't do that with Kadarius Toney. They didn't really care about backup, media control, and the Jets really do. So I think the Jets are trying to cover their ass.
I guess the Jets are trying to build something. Like I said, I just mentioned, this is the worst time for this to happen because you have a guy like Breece Hall who was probably going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. I mean, let's call it how it is. That's just my opinion. He goes down. You lose your best O-lineman in Vera Tucker, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Corey Davis goes down. This would be a part where Elijah Moore should be looking at Davis is out. This team's getting hit with injuries. This is my chance. And instead, just to completely separate yourself from the team, it shows the ego on this guy. He's quitting on his team. That's the embarrassing fact. And I hate quitters. Josh hates. Everyone here hates quitters.
Can't
stand them.
Nope.
So it's like I said, I don't know what's going to happen with Elijah Moore, but it's just like I said, it's so funny because I always make the excuse of only the Mets, and I hate to say only the Jets because the Jets would never be 5-2. I don't even remember the last time they were freaking 5-2.
Sanchez.
But only the Jets could be 5-2 and find a way to have a tainted victory against Denver where you lose 3 players, and then this debacle. I mean, it's ridiculous. And I hope. Listen, like I said, to back this all up, the good news for the Jets is you have one hell of a defense, and that's what's really going to be the vocal point of this season. If you could keep developing them between Gardner, Jermaine Johnson, DJ Reed looks great, but just unnecessary drama. It's the last thing the Jets need right now.
And you brought up the Jets, and it's funny. We mentioned this yesterday too, because all of a sudden yesterday, when everyone was just kind of crapping on Elijah Moore, subbing him on Twitter, all this stuff, then you see there's videos of him dapping up, guys in practice, dapping up Mike LaFleur dapping up Robert Saleh. Zach Wilson is openly supporting him now. It's just like, I feel like there was like a collective decision. Let's just try to change the narrative here. Let's try to move forward.
I guess so. Like I said, it could either be that, or like I said, they might just be trying to sweep it under the rug and forget about it, which, I mean, by the way the locker room reacted, that's going to be pretty damn tough.
Yeah, I think I said it last week when he tweeted it. I'm like, it's really going to take he's going to have to like get in front of the locker room, everyone circled around him, like just start crying. I'm sorry. It might take that to really get everybody back on his side, because I don't see anything else. Well, they can just trade him.
Trade him to Houston.
Not
Brandon Cooks.
Not Green Bay.
No.
What if one?
I don't want him. I don't want him.
Why? Because he's a quitter?
He's a quitter. No one wants a quitter on that team.
You know, it's the way those players were just going at him. It's like they couldn't wait to just go at Elijah Moore. It was funny.
Yeah.
You know who has a really bad locker room? Houston.
He would fit right in now. He would fit right in.
He would.
Brandon Cooks, get him out.
I think Brandon Cooks for the Jets. I don't hate that. I
wouldn't be opposed to that
you lose
either.
Brees Hall, you got to start getting more passes going in their game.
Yeah.
Get a good wide receiver.
Yeah. It'd be insane if Elijah Moore just walked into the locker room one day, took something, and then just never came back. Like, he might do that. Who knows? Who can stop him?
Maybe.
He's showing me kind of that petty streak.
Right?
Yeah, I could see that.
Just never saying anything, just gone.
And all of a sudden, he vanished.
It's vanished.
Locker room cancer.
We never saw him again.
Never saw him again.
What a loser. What a loser.
You are listening to WHPC Sports Talk on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. Once again, it is Joshua Yamahi, joined by Brayton Daniello, Nico Weech, Mauricio Mendoza, and Antonio Gonzalez. I almost forgot your name there. Sorry.
That would have hurt so much.
Antonio.
I would have grabbed my stuff and left. We came back.
Who would have let you in, though?
Somebody.
Oh, okay.
We're trying to find out right now.
You gotta have one person on your side. You know?
Would you have taken the food outside with you?
I might have. No, first of all, I touched like Rudy Gobert and then just did.
Rudy Gobert, you say? Let's move on to the
Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert. Let's move on to the NBA and. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. That is 3 bing bongs for the amount of wins the Knicks have gotten in a row,
which is great.
Let's go. The Knicks 134-131. It was a closer game than expected against a Hornets team. Again, they're 2-2. They've played better than expected, but I don't really expect them to be this good for the long term. But hey, let's talk about Jalen Brunson.
What a guy.
Great.
I love him so much.
What a goat. I mean, 27 points.
He's the future.
He's Tim Burton. He's Timothy Chalamet.
Yo, Antonio, do you still think we need Donovan Mitchell?
Always trusted him. Didn't care.
Yo, Antonio.
My only other favorite JP is Justin Bieber, but Jalen Brunson's first time. Come on now.
Yo, Antonio, remember that a couple weeks ago you said that without Jalen Brunson, it was better with Donovan Mitchell.
Mauricio, I don't recall this. I don't recall this either.
I said that Jalen Brunson.
I mean, we could have had both.
Wrong.
Yeah, we could have both, but I mean, do you still think we? I mean, we were like...
No, stop right there. Because you...
Let's think positive and not think of Donovan Mitchell for now.
You are the exact type of Knicks fan I can't stand right now.
What?
Because you want to sit up here after a 3-1 start, after Jalen Brunson is clearly showing he's him.
That's what I'm saying.
And be like, no. You're like, what about Donovan Mitchell? We could have had both
I'm saying,
of them.
we could have both of them, but do we need Donovan Mitchell right now, huh?
Absolutely not. JB's the future. He's the guy.
That's what I'm saying.
He is the future.
And by the way,
what a guy.
Him.
Tim
Brown.
We all getting jerseys?
Yeah.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
JB.
Love JB.
JB's God.
2 great letters.
27 points, 7 rebounds for a 6'0" guard.
Hey, don't be disrespectful.
I know, Short Kings. I love my Short Kings. Short Kings prosper.
You dropped the crown. Come on, man.
You dropped your crown, King.
Yeah.
13 assists for Jalen Brunson, 10 of 15 from the field. Man, listen, it feels so good, and this is why, even though we beat the lowly Pistons, the Magic, shout out Bobo, we beat the Hornets last night, this is why I'm so hyped, because after 20 damn years, listen, I'm 25 years old, all right? I can tell you for as long as I've been watching the Knicks, there has never been anybody in this room, I've never had a real point guard. Never.
Nope.
No, I think the last one was like Allen Houston. And that was it.
No, Allen Houston was like a shooting guy. I would say like Stephon Marbury.
What was Nick Robinson?
What about
combo guard? But even then, he wasn't like that guy to like build around at the point guard position.
Would you say like the great one, like the greatest ones will have to be like John Starks or Walt Frazier for when it comes to point guards?
Well, it's crazy. It's I can count the amount of great point guards on the Knicks. I'm like,
but like I mean, like the last great point guard the Knicks ever had.
Last great? I don't know if I'd call Jalen Brunson great yet. He's had a great start.
He's got a great start.
He's damn good.
JB
if he does this, if he averages 20 points, 6 assists for the entire season, book it.
Never doubted him for a second.
And
sure about that, huh?
So I got to shout out one of our co-hosts here, Corey David. Because when the Knicks signed Jalen Brunson, and Corey, if you want to call up, you know the damn number. I'm not going to say it again.
What'd he say?
This man said overpay, and he wasn't the only one. I'm talking about all the Knicks fans that were like, it's an overpay, he's overrated, why are you giving this much money?
No. Are you kidding me? After a great season Jalen Brunson had with the Mavericks, reaching all the way to the conference finals. Come on, man.
But that's the thing. People even criticized him, but I'm like, if I was him and I knew I was that guy, because he's clearly showing he's that guy right now, I wouldn't want to play in Luka Doncic's shadow all. Like, no, why would I do that for the rest of my career?
You go to the city,
Probably to win a chip.
Come on now.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm so happy about it too. And again, Knicks fans, I'm not overreacting to the 3-1 record. I'm happy with it, but we got the Bucks next. I know it's going to be a challenge.
We got to be more focused. The Knicks have to be prepared for anything. Work on whatever they have. Offensively, it's great.
Right.
Defense, without a doubt, perfect in my opinion.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's a fact. But
but the Bucks are no joke. I mean,
I know that for a fact, but I'm just saying, like, if you look at everything, because what has been the knock? We just talked about it with the Yankees yesterday. About toxic environment. Oh, nobody wants to come play for the New York Yankees because the fans are too harsh.
Josh, I just want to say I had so many things to say about the Yankees this season. You guys worked around me this whole week.
You know what, Braden? While we're on the topic,
into them.
I've been trying to get you yesterday, and you can't come in tomorrow. But real quick, because I read off that article by Andy Martino.
Yeah,
and we'll get back to the Knicks, I promise. But it relates to this in some way because. What do you think about the fact that, do you think there's any credence to, players don't want to come play because they booed Aaron Judge for sucking? They booed Josh Donaldson for sucking. Like, if you suck in New York, we're going to boo you.
Yeah,
if you're good, we're going to cheer you.
And listen, that's why a lot of athletes don't want to play here. They can't handle the pressure of playing in a market New York.
Bitches.
Yeah.
Cry about it.
Yeah.
For real.
Win some games.
But
put up or show up.
But also to be fair, let's not. I understand Judge went 1 for 16 in the ALCS.
Say it again.
Because he's a loser.
Listen, at least we're not Philly fans, all right? The Philly fans
16.
are way worse.
Oh, yeah.
1 for 16. There's a saying that would almost perfectly describe that. It's just like, oh my goodness, I can't. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't. Oh my goodness.
Some body part hurts or.
Oh my goodness gracious or something
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh.
Come on, Josh.
Oh, yeah. We were.
Hello.
Yeah, I think
shout out.
Shout out to all show. Shout out to all show.
Listen, I know Judge all but choked that whole ALCS, but let's not act like the Yankee season didn't ride or die on him, and that's the reality because whether Aaron Judge defined this team's offense because when they were cold, he was cold. When he was hot, the rest of them were somewhat hot.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know.
1 for 16.
Sucks to suck, man.
The Yankee.
Oh my goodness!
Yes, that perfectly describes it. But the Yankee season.
Sorry, I'm off my game.
I wanted to tear this team so bad because I said a week ago today that they wanted Houston. Well, they quote unquote wanted now. I'm sure. Like all the fake Yankees fans wanted Houston. Real ones want no part of it.
All Yankees fans, Houston owns you, by the way. That's just
well, that's the reality. Because here's the reality. This time there's no excuses. Because 2017. Oh, the trash cans. 2019, the buzzers. Flash forward to 2022, the roof was open. Are you kidding me? Like, if I was a Yankees fan, I'd be embarrassed to have my manager
keep my mouth shut.
For Luis Severino to come on and talk about exit velocity. Like, this is how far they've sunk. Because and here's the reality, whether Yankees fans want to admit it or not, and this is not a shot at you, Houston has not just defeated the Yankees, they have broken them. Oof. They broke them to the point where they were talking about the roof being open and exit velocity. Because you know what? Houston owns the Yankees, and now Yankees have no excuses. They don't. That's the reality. You lost to a team that you quote unquote wanted because they cheated. You got embarrassed again. You didn't even win a game this time around, and they didn't cheat. That's the embarrassing fact about it.
Yeah.
Well, as of right now, they didn't cheat.
Oh, please.
We'll find out eventually.
We'll
find out someday.
There's going to be another.
20 years.
What, they put a camera up by the train tracks in left field this time? Is that what's going to come? It's going to be another conspiracy theory, right, Nico?
Brayton, you know the funny thing about that? If Aaron Judge wanted to go like all the way with it, the roof was open. Just get like a meteorologist next to you. Call your buddy Mike Trout. Be like, see, the roof being open cut down the humidity in the building by like 15 degrees, and that's why the ball did. Like, come on, bro. You're right. That's how far. Because Georgia's Yankees, and I hate to keep saying this, but Georgia's Yankees. Could you imagine Derek Jeter? Oh, the roof was open. That's why I didn't go out.
No, forget about it.
Like, no.
He'd be gone the next day.
He ain't the captain.
Come on, man. And then Luis Severino with exit velocity. Exit velocity has killed like baseball fans' like knowledge of baseball.
They got owned. And here's the thing: if you're making all these excuses about it, then first off, the rest of the fan base really isn't using excuses. So it's kind of ironic that I'm stating them. But if that was the case, why is everyone calling for Aaron Boone to be fired? Because you make all these embarrassing comments, but then the decisions he made in Game 3 to take out Garrett Cole in that situation and not even go to your best reliever. And I'm not dissing Lou Trevino. Lou Trevino's been good, but he's not your best guy. And you take out Cole, and then the game gets out of hand. And the way the Yankees, at various points, in 3 of the 4 games, the way they hit this series would show that they weren't coming back to win that game. And then the ironic part is when they did hit in Game 4, Houston responded. What killed the Yankees at Yankee Stadium more was the defense.
Right.
Because you had several errors that led... When it's hard to think about it, but when Gleyber Torres flipped that ball to Kiner Falefa and it sailed into left field, the Yankee season went with it.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but that's just the way it looks. Looking back, that's the way it looks now.
LOL Yankees.
Honestly, and Brayton, the bottom line, I think you said it, it's simple in New York. If you're bad, we will boo you. If you're good, we will cheer you. Hell, we won't even just cheer you. You'll literally be God in New York City. And that's what I hope future free agents see about this Knicks team. Not just Jalen Brunson and the fact that he chose to come here and is performing, and now he's 4 games in. He's already beloved by all Knicks fans, and then
we love him. Never doubted him. Love him.
Hang him in the rafters.
Yep,
absolutely.
Yersi, up in the rafters, please.
Not just that, Julius Randle too, because this guy was just.
I don't know about him.
No, this guy was.
No, we can't hate on him. We can't hate on him at this point.
Listen, I can't with the hot and cold. I can't. It hurts. I can't with
this guy was crapped on all last year, and then he's finally playing better basketball. And look at him. He's posting. Knicks fans are the best fans in the world in the IG post.
Oh, he capping. Yeah. He doesn't believe
New York's back, baby.
Yeah. Come on.
Every sport.
Let's go, New York.
Yeah, bro, let's go.
No, New York is not completely back.
Even soccer. Look at soccer as well.
He's so right, actually.
Oh, what the puck?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the...
New York City FC is in the conference finals. They're the champions. They're defending their title.
You thought I said it?
I thought you said
I got you.
Oh, you said it at first.
I got you. Nah, with the P. Unlike what the Rangers aren't pushing, because,
They're not pushing P.
They're not pushing P this year. Nah,
Nope.
sorry about that, Chief.
You know who's not pushing P?
Who?
Who has never pushed P?
Who?
That'd be Ben Simmons.
Oh.
Let's get to the...
Shoot it, Ben! Shoot it!
That is every Nets fan just screaming at the TV yesterday.
Even Kyrie. Listen.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of Kyrie, man. I've never thought I'd ever said that in my life. But Kyrie looks like a team player out there. He believes in Ben Simmons. Why? Beats me. But he does. No one else does, but at least Kyrie does.
He believes in Ben Simmons because he has to believe.
He also believes that the earth is flat, so maybe that's why. I don't know. It's me.
His ideologies might be a little bit off, like you said, but listen, Ben Simmons.
It's just straight up tragic.
4 points.
Damn.
Let me just stop there.
Oh my God.
4 points after you just called out Giannis saying nobody cares that he can't shoot. 4 points?
He couldn't even defend him at all.
Have we considered the fact that maybe he's lost all his talent like a Space Jam situation?
Oh, the monster.
That's what's going on.
The Monstars got
I
him.
believe that. That makes sense.
Oh my God.
I don't know who has it, though. Beats me.
I'm looking around like, where's the talent?
It's not the Nets organization, that's for sure.
That's crazy.
Nah.
He had 9 assists, though. Yay! 9 assists.
The most out of
For
everyone.
Ben Simmons. Yay.
For the Nets.
Team player.
Oh, brother.
I mean, he's too much of a team player. I mean, come on, man.
He's too much of a team player.
I think he's just not enough of a player. I think he's not enough of a man right now.
I just think
Honestly,
he's too
His name
scared.
is Ben.
The name is...
No, hold up, Nico, because now you...
now everyone named Ben is going to start calling up.
Ben and Aaron?
You called out Aaron last week. What is it? Every Thursday you're going to call someone out?
Listen, if you have a bitch name, I'm calling you out.
Okay, mid-show discussion. disclaimer: we do not condone anything Nico says for the
Don't
remainder.
condone that. I love Ben 10. If your name is Ben, you're cool too. I bet. Just not Simmons.
Name
though.
one cool Ben.
Ben 10. Next.
Ew.
Wow,
His show got canceled. His show got canceled.
Come
He's a
on,
loser.
guys.
Ben Roethlisberger. He's gone. Trash.
He also wasn't that great. He had a couple allegations.
Yeah, allegations.
Exactly. L people.
What about Ben Affleck?
Maybe you might be onto something.
Yeah, all right.
Ben
maybe
Affleck, mid-actor. Well, I mean,
Bad back tat. Bad back tat. Definitely a simp.
I think the Nets are just Nets fans might be.
I mean,
Sims.
if you're Ben
all
Simmons,
five of them,
if you're
they
Ben
just might be
Simmons, like
losers.
how do you get past the adversity of being Ben Simmons at this point? You're a joke. Everyone thinks of you as a joke.
It's
How do you live your
crazy.
life being
He's a
Ben
ghost
Simmons?
of his shadow, like before. Ever since that game with Atlanta from the playoffs, everything
That was
went
bad.
downhill.
That was ugly.
He couldn't even make one single layup.
He didn't want to.
He didn't want to.
got
Instead, he
scared.
just passes
got
it by.
First off, I hate Trae Young. So if you're gonna tell me, I'm 6'10", 250. And Trae Young is right there in the paint. and my choices are A, I'm going to dunk on his damn head, or B, pass it out. I'm dunking on his damn head.
I'm taking a little bit of that hair he's got, sprinkling it like grass from a kicker, and dunking it, yo. I'm out of there.
That's if Ben Simmons had that dog in him, Antonio. That's what he would have done.
Dog.
But
Zero
instead,
dog.
that was the lowest moment of his career in a Game 7. Took a year off. If you guys take a year off from anything, like if I took a year off from radio,
From his fake ass injury.
I'm coming back better. Like if I take a year
Josh,
off from
you're already
If I take a year off of radio, I'm coming back with a TV at least. I don't know, something. Anyways, beats me. Come back with something, anything. I don't know.
But you know, I mean, the issue might have been just recreating those relationships that he let go of. That might be a problem for him.
Yeah, listen, he's very Ben Simmons strikes me as the type of guy that just lives in his own reality.
Yeah.
His own reality, nothing else matters except what Ben Simmons thinks.
Did you hear what Nav said? A popular rapper, Nav? He said that he met with Ben Simmons and knows him. He's a good friend of his. That back injury is real, yo. So we should stop. We should take it easy on Ben Simmons. Because that back injury is real. He's been, his back is hurting every now and then, all right? So we should take it easy on him, I guess.
My neck,
that's what
my
Nav
back,
said.
my back. He got fouled yesterday and he just immediately started grabbing at his back like, bro, you're already like 5 minutes into the game. You're coming with
and
these.
paper skin.
He's tired of carrying this damn team, Josh.
Oh, that's
okay.
what's happening, Nico. Okay,
Yeah, all those
that's
assists.
God.
Yeah.
They hurt.
Listen. Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, they're doing their job. Kevin Durant 33 points. Kyrie Irving 27 points. But Giannis, the same guy Ben called out. First off, Ben Simmons was a first overall pick. Giannis Antetokounmpo was the 13th pick in his draft. So Giannis is everything that Ben Simmons is not. Because they're like the same size, everything. But Giannis has a good mentality. He works hard. He improves his game. Oh wow, what a concept!
He's a real man.
And he
He's
doesn't
an MVP.
got the testosterone to him. You know what I mean? Like I don't. Something's missing with Ben Simmons.
Giannis? Now that's a real man's name.
Like a Greek guy. Like damn, that's crazy.
Well, he is the Greek freak.
Like Giannis or Ben? Like Giannis? Like come on now. Like what are we talking about? Listen, Ben Simmons. He's getting paid. Let me pull up his contract information right now, though, just to really drive the point home.
No, poor Nets fans. No.
We know all three of them. No.
It's all right, Nets fans. If you're still available, come on, switch over to the real side, all right? MSG, we'll take you gladly.
No, we don't want them back. We don't want them back. We don't want the Max Kellermans back.
I guess that's true.
No, we don't want them back.
Stay over there, actually. You're good in the black and white. You got it.
Ben Simmons, 5 years, in the middle of a 5-year, $177 million deal. He's making $36 million this year to score 4 points against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Hey, man, trust the process.
In what world did that trade make sense?
Well, they traded him for James Harden, so
I think I'd rather have James Harden right now.
yeah.
And James Harden didn't have a great year last year, but listen,
He got into shape immediately.
He would have scored more than 4 points.
Ben Simmons, what a joke. What an absolute joke.
What a non-goat.
I wonder what his middle name is.
Probably Timothy. Oh. Ben Timothy Simmons.
Please be Aaron.
Ben Simmons.
Ben Aaron.
Please be Aaron.
Ben Simmons full.
Ben Bobby.
You all ready for this?
Yeah.
It's the most like Benjamin David Simmons.
No.
Is that David?
David. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Sounds like an NBA 2K generated player.
No, for real.
It
For real.
does sound like that.
Benjamin.
It's like that's the player you see in franchise mode like 10 years in. It's like Benjamin David Simmons. All right.
Retires.
Benjamin Simmons with 4 points off the bench after they finally realized he's terrible.
Oh man. 4 points.
What a world.
$177 million.
That's just straight up tragic at
Elite.
this point. All the hype.
Management.
That tragic. Just. But you know what? What's more pathetic? Steve Nash is because let me tell you something about Steve Nash.
You guys see his eyes?
The Bobby Portis,
That's the most emotion I've ever seen.
But you know what, Nico? He's trying too hard, bro. Because everybody, this is my whole deal with the Brooklyn Nets.
He's tired of watching Ben Simmons play basketball.
Nah, his job, he knows his job's on the line. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, but everybody knows what KD is off the court. He's a sensitive,
big Twitter guy.
Big Twitter guy.
Huge.
Scarlett Johansson, I will. Never mind. But Kyrie Irving, flat earther, right?
Yep.
Ben Simmons, no dog in him. Steve Nash, okay, I'm not saying this because. Well, yeah, he's Canadian. He's a nice guy. All right, I'm leaning into the stereotype. Canadians are very nice. I've met a few Canadians. They're very nice people.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Nash is a very nice guy, but why are you trying to overcompensate now and yell at the refs to get ejected? To light a fire under your team? The fire's dead.
It looks so strange coming from him. That was just so out of nowhere. It was just so like, do you really feel that way? Do you really care?
You trying too hard, bro.
The cameras are on. Is that why?
For real. Listen, the Nets are 1-3. And I will continue to, just like people hate listen to WHPC Sports Talk. Y'all know who you are. Hate watch us on Facebook Live, but you can't hate on pure beauty right here now.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
The same way you hate watch and hate listen to our show, I will hate watch the Brooklyn Nets all season long because this is the greatest train wreck I've ever seen.
1-81, baby.
1-81. Let's get it.
Just the press conferences afterwards are always so good.
They're juicy,
They're just so great. Kyrie's like, yo, killing me with this, man. You expect him to... He's been out 2 years. Give him a break, please. He's going to be good, I promise.
Yo, killing me with this, man.
Yo, killing with me.
Going
so washed.
Yes. Sorry to crap on your team, Brooklyn Nets fans. I'm not sorry. All four of you guys. I'm really sorry. At the bottom of my heart.
I ain't sorry for the Nets.
Wow, that's crazy.
I'm sorry for Jay-Z, though. Jay-Z, I feel bad.
Who cares about Jay-Z? Besides, Nas is better.
Good music.
Wait, whoa.
Nas is better than Jay-Z.
It's a very random take. I don't even know what to do about
sports,
that.
I know where this is going.
We're going to move on.
This is going.
Because if I address that take, we're going to be here for 5 hours.
Sports first.
It's going to be a Mauricio roast. I'm not ready for that.
All right, then pull up then. I'm ready.
He's not.
Let's get to...
Let's start with your take.
Before it gets out of hand here, let's get to Thursday Night Football. Thursday Night Football. We actually have a good game, fellas.
Do we?
Yeah.
Well, you're right. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers
are mid.
Shout out Giselle Bundchen. Shout out Antonio Brown. Shout out Bruce Arians. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 3-4. Cue the music. This great theme, right? Just Amazon.
I've never heard this.
I don't think I've ever heard this either.
Yeah, I don't remember this. Wow, that's bad.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Pretty garbage.
How do I get down to this? It's nasty.
Yeah,
everything about Thursday Night Football has been nasty this year, but it should be maybe not a great game, but it should be a close one.
I think it's gonna be a curse. I think Thursday Night Football's a curse now. Every game's gonna be bad now.
Who's getting injured? Who we picking?
Damn, hopefully.
I swear, if the Gus bus gets a flat tire, I'm gonna be so upset.
I need Tom Brady to just like.
Then listen, I would actually no, I can't say that, but maybe let's say in the alternate universe, the Ravens kind of adopted the Saints bounty gate.
Oh no.
But like it wouldn't even
appreciate that.
It wouldn't even work because we've seen roughing the passer on Tom Brady's like if he touches waist just a little bit too hard.
If you're gonna commit that penalty, go for it.
Oh my God, we don't condone that.
We don't condone what I just said. Nasty work. But listen, Tom Brady. I don't know. Listen, I said the Saints were going to win the division before the season. Mm-hmm. They're in last place, but they're one game out because of how bad the Buccaneers have been. Like that's one thing I was right about.
That's surprising to me.
No, it's not surprising to me. I knew the Bucs were going to be mid.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I know the Saints were going to be mid, though.
But why are the Bucs
crazy?
I trusted Jameis. I didn't think they were going to be mid.
The Bucs are mid because they lost to P.J. Walker, Nico.
I think the Bucs are mid.
that might push them below
and
mid.
non-Christian McCaffrey also. Like, that's insane.
That's if
don't play with Chuba.
He's injured now. I think he's out tonight.
Is he out?
I mean, not tonight, but I think he's out this weekend.
Damn.
He's a doubtful. But yeah, anyway, going to tonight though.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised to see what happens here because honestly, the Ravens aren't been doing that great either. All right.
Yeah.
Kind of stinking out
Both
a little bit.
mid-teams.
Stinky.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a very mid game.
I listen.
Tom's gonna win.
Thursday night football. The games have been pretty mid so far. Baltimore 4-3, Tampa Bay 3-4. Something interesting. Tampa Bay is 2-point favorites now. Baltimore started off, I think, as like 1.5-point favorites. Like it was like an even matchup because the home team automatically gets 3 points. But it's been bet all the way to Tampa Bay -2. They're the favorites at home, and the home team typically wins on Thursday night. But the vibes are just off with this Buccaneers team. They just are. I think.
Bob's off with that whole division.
Issues
A lot of
bother a big team.
Yeah.
Imagine being that O-line, right, and just seeing your face broadcasted on every network ever getting yelled at by Tom Brady. You think that's a good thing? How are they going to write it up as like, no, we love to see that. It's just the quarterback being the leader. And like, imagine being O-line sitting there just like trying to eat your food and just being like, wow. Like,
They should start Kyle Trask.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they
I don't
did.
see why not.
They did the same thing to Matt Ryan, and he's like number 4 on passing like leader. And he's still getting benched.
And Tony, you bring something up where it's like the discourse around Tom Brady is just sickening because, like you said, I saw that clip of him just like, bitching to his offensive line. Block for me, I'm 45. I'm divorced. Like, bro, nobody wants to.
They should have Giselle do the coin flip tonight.
Oh my god.
No, her and Antonio Brown. Just like,
Yep.
Come on, I think it would be perfect.
But there's no pool at the Buccaneers arena. That's the problem.
Are you guys?
Oh, wow.
Wait, is there?
Damn.
You know what's crazy about Antonio Brown?
Well,
Damn.
He
Wait.
is the only person left still connected to Kanye. Aaron Donald dropped out of Donna Sports. So did Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown still riding strong. Let's go Donna
Listen,
Sports.
Antonio Brown was an independent thinker, all right?
He just gets it. I don't. He does.
None of us do, but he does. Listen, but what was I saying even? I forget. The Tom Brady stuff,
Yes,
right?
Tom Brady.
Because if you're 4 grown men sitting next to each other, and this old man yells at cloud is basically what he was doing. It's like this whole Tom Brady has 7 rings so he can do whatever he wants and say whatever he wants. Ain't nobody trying to hear that anymore.
They're over it.
Go be a family man. You're 45 years old. Come on.
I saw this thing, Josh. Tom Brady's kids play Madden so they can feel closer to his father.
Oh.
And me personally, I wouldn't let that affect me.
That's
You got that dog in you.
I got that dog in me.
I didn't know we were going with that, but that's not what I thought.
Can we trust your source, Nico, that Zach Wilson has gotten with Giselle yet?
Yes, he has. Can confirm. Can confirm.
Well, what are your sources, my guy?
Giselle.
Oh, she said it herself.
Oh, okay.
Well, she was with me last night.
Oh, she
and
was.
we were talking.
Right. Pillow talking, if you will.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
We talked a little bit though. It was not a lot.
Not a lot of talking.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you get it.
Pillow talking. I expected more from you.
Oh.
No, why would you say that? Now
We could go on the roll right now, Joshua.
Before we do, and we'll see how the game. Actually, let's go around.
Tom Brady's house is very nice, actually.
Oh, he was wouldn't be the first time.
Kids are a great time to hang out with.
No,
really
stop.
bad at Madden.
No,
though,
too
I
far,
gotta
too far.
say.
Stop the count.
Nice,
Stop the count.
nice.
He's dead. He's dead.
Oh, Thursday is chaotic, bro. Oh my god.
I love this.
She made me a smoothie.
Bro, please.
Someone duct tape Nico's mouth.
Let's pick tonight's game, fellas. Let's. I got the Ravens. Brandon, who you got?
Ravens.
Giselle.
Okay.
Giselle wins. We're nice.
Oh, Ravens. Oh, you mean football? Shut up.
She doesn't have to watch the game anymore, so that might be good. She might win with that.
Buccaneers. All right.
Yeah, no,
Antonio.
Jesus.
I think I'm gonna get the Ravens. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a turnaround for the Ravens. I think after here they're gonna start going on a winning streak. That's what I feel like for the Ravens.
I actually agree with that. I think it's going to be a good race between the Ravens and the Bengals for the division, and I'll have my tweet notifications on for Antonio Brown during the game. How about that?
Definitely.
God.
He gets entertaining.
Yeah.
Too entertaining. Very too much entertaining.
No amount of entertaining is too entertaining for Antonio Brown.
Nope.
That's true.
But you know what was entertaining if you were a Islanders fan?
Nah, we're going to this. This is
I hated that. I hated that so much, Josh.
It's not. Listen, usually on the shows that I host, right? NHL hockey don't get much representation, but for today,
Let's do that hockey.
let's do that hockey, fellas.
Do we have to?
I think we have
This
to.
is too depressing to talk about.
You know, I'm so thankful that Fubo TV doesn't have TNT, so I didn't have to watch that game last night.
Yeah.
You didn't watch the game?
I did not. I listened
went
to
to
it
see
on
that
ESPN.
disgrace in person.
See, I was
Rangers,
considering it. I was considering buying those tickets.
Rangers.
Yeah, but you
What
did it, so-
happened?
Don't do that.
What happened?
I had to see that on at least 5 Islanders fan stories.
Well, break down the game for me.
You know, it was pathetic. Here's the thing, and Nico, please don't tell me that you're one of these idiots online. And you know what? If you're one of these people, I'm sorry. If you're one of these people, I'm sorry. Don't tell me after they got shut out 3-0 to their in-state rivals, oh, we had 41 shots on net. But you could say 41 shots on net all you want, but did you really challenge Sorokin? Be honest. Be honest.
Paco did.
Yeah, and he had the best scoring chance
He
tonight,
is
but
the
that's
offense.
it. You could talk about how the offense, the 41 shots, but it doesn't mean jack if it doesn't go in the net.
No, you're right. And it does suck that we keep losing these games, but I'm not that worried about it.
I am. I'm very worried. I'm sure Ross is too. I mean, I know it's late, but Ross, if you have a chance, call. I want to get your opinion on this. But here's the problem with it. What annoyed me the most about last night is not the fact that they went down 3-0, because once the Islanders scored, Halak let in 2 softies again, which I've come to expect that, and he's only 2 games into his Rangers career. But this team, someone go to the freaking net. I mean,
right.
Jesus Christ. I mean, 41 shots. Can you put a body in front of Ilya Sorokin? It's not like he's a Vezina candidate or something early on in the season, God forbid. Chris Kreider, who has been invisible since Minnesota, but I'm not going to hate on my man Chris. I hope he picks it up. I expect him to do so. Can you go to the freaking front of the net and just stand there like we paid you to last season? Can anyone do it? Can anyone? Because first off, they dump and chase everything, which didn't work the whole game, and I'm not surprised because I watched it for 3 periods.
Right.
But then to just shoot shots from the point, and so the sad thing is Sorokin was allowing rebounds, and the problem is no one had the common sense or the IQ to stand in front of the net and wait. And that's the problem. So now you dropped 4 in a row. You look abysmal. The power play all of a sudden can't hit anything. Couldn't hit freaking water with the baseball bat. It's completely lifeless. Completely lifeless. And you know what the sad part about this is? It gives the people that we hate, Nico. It gives ammo to them. All the people that say Shesterkin is this Rangers team. You know what they are right now? The way it looks 8 games in, they're right. Because where would this team be? Every game Halak has played, aside from Winnipeg, which they also lost, has been abysmal. And the games they have played that Shesterkin's played great, you know what? They wet the bed in that too. And you know what the kicker out of it is? You let David Quinn and Alex Georgiev, the 2 guys that everyone ranted on, you let them come in and you let them absolutely kick the crap out of you. That's the most embarrassing part.
It's a very Rangers thing, though.
No, but I don't want to hear it's a Rangers thing anymore. I'm sick of that stupid crap.
Braden, they're going to be fine.
Will they?
We're 8 games in.
But
the
they look
offense is
terrible.
there. They just need a finish. It will happen. You just can't play Halak. Don't put him in the net. He is the number 1 issue.
Well, that's the problem. Not the problem is late. The offense can't score anything. In the last 4 games, how many goals for? You got shut out last night. You had 1 against Columbus. Look at even the games that they're not based. Georgiev, Tarasov on Sunday gets his first NHL win.
Whoa, listen. Georgiev is good when he's been playing a lot of games. We've known this. He didn't play a lot last year and the year before because you have Igor Shesterkin.
And you know what? To be fair, that's karma for the fan base because this fan base always tore into him. And you know what? For all these idiots that go on Twitter, no, he is going to celebrate. He's going to dance all over your grave because you deserve it. Because you acted like a bunch of jackasses towards him. My God. It's freaking embarrassing to watch.
Yeah, no, they're a joke right now. They'll be fine, though.
I hope so.
If they lose to Arizona...
That's where we're heading, Nico, at this rate. At this rate, we will lose to Arizona.
Because Igor's going to start against Dallas.
Yeah.
Who you start against Arizona?
I like common sense would. Here's what I said yesterday. When you have 2 off days, why wouldn't you play your number 1 starter back to back?
Right.
Because Gerard Gallant is all of a sudden trying to, make a case for me to hate him.
Yeah, I don't understand the philosophy that you
I don't. And last night, you know what annoyed me most about last night It's the fact that the offense got nothing going, and they sat there and they sat with the same thing for 3 straight periods. Can you at least try to shuffle the lines, please? At least when the third period comes around, you're down 1-0. Maybe if you mix something up, maybe something will hit. Throwing darts at the billboard philosophy. Maybe it'll work. But you didn't even try that. So now with this weekend, now you have to win both. If you lose to, God forbid, I will come in Tuesday. I will tear this team apart. I do not care. And you better have your freaking finger over that censorship button, by the way.
My favorite button.
It's just embarrassing. And forget about it that it's the Islanders. Just the way they went out. Yeah. Not even attempting.
Right.
Not even attempting. And Kakko was the best chance of the night, which, listen, he made a phenomenal rush. And then just a fan. Once he fanned on that shot, I knew it was going out the window. I knew they were losing this game. I'm sorry. But
no. 3 of the last 4 losses have been terrible. But
which loss wasn't? Well, I guess Colorado.
Because in my opinion, that's a Stanley Cup game.
I love that game. And here's the problem: if you even showed an ounce of that in the 3 other games you lost, you probably would have won them. But they didn't. That's the annoying part. I don't know if it's the philosophy of. I can't even say with Shesterkin that this team is more relaxed because they gave up 40 shots.
The team just plays better in front of him.
Do they though?
I think so.
Maybe.
Listen. We lose against San Jose. Who started that game?
That was
Halak.
Was Halak? I don't think he was.
I'm pretty sure it was Halak.
It was Shesterkin. I went to the game. I'm pretty sure it was Shesterkin because he had off days before that. It was Shesty. Then you had the loss to Columbus, which Halak started. No surprise.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Then you had Colorado. Shesterkin obviously started. Then Halak. So listen, you have to push your starter back-to-back nights. You're talking about a guy that won the Vezina Trophy last season. Like, he's not made of glass. He can play on back-to-back nights, Gerard. It's okay. Like, you have someone as your backup that I'd rather take a piece of wet cardboard over that bum.
Right.
I hate to, diss Halak. I know he's 3 games into his Rangers career, but he's been abysmal.
He's been terrible. But what sucks about it is that he has a no-move contract.
Great.
So now if we want another goalie, we can only have, 21 skaters?
It's a joke. And you know what this gives, like I said, this gives ammo to the people. Everyone's talking now trash about how, not the Rangers traded the wrong goalie, but how, Georgiev, he was never the problem, and that's the way it looks.
Listen.
That's the way it looks.
You can't be a good backup goalie if you can't have a good game every 6 games. If you're missing out on 5 games and you're playing that one game, you have to be amazing. Georgiev, he's not that type of goalie.
I get what you're saying, but this is giving ammo to the people that I despise so much.
And it's not even like we could have kept Georgiev. He would have been too expensive.
Yeah, that's also true. Listen, I hope they figure it out because the way it looks right now, your schedule isn't going to get it. Well, it gets easier with them. I'm not going to say it gets easier because then they'll lose to Arizona.
Let me ask you a question, Braden, because you're very animated about the last few games here, but their upcoming schedule, and I'll give the next 6 games. So they're at Dallas, at Arizona, like you said, this weekend. They come home, they host Philadelphia and Boston, then they host Detroit on Sunday, 2 Sundays from now, and then Tuesday night you get the Islanders again. So, how would they have to perform in these 6 games coming up to
it's like
make you feel
Josh,
better about things?
I know you don't watch a lot of hockey, but if you saw, I want you to go home. I want you to look up the highlights from the Colorado Rangers. Well, Tuesday night game.
Okay.
Because, like Nico said, that was a Stanley Cup. That was that. I would be happy if that was a Stanley Cup final matchup. I would. Yep. And like I alluded to, if you even showed an ounce of what you showed in that game, you would probably win 3 of those 4. But they didn't because the offense has been non-existent. The power play is in complete shambles. I don't know what the hell happened. It's like all of a sudden it's like, here's what annoys me about the Rangers power play. You have so many weapons, and yet you're hell-bent on passing the puck to Mika Zibanejad, who, by the way, as of late, can't hit the net. I'm sorry to say it. As of late, he can't hit the net, especially when you're feeding him for one-timers. And you're hell-bent on doing that, and every shot ricochets off the glass and it goes down the ice, and we're surprised. Like, you have Adam Fox, Artemi Panarin, Chris Kreider, who refuses all of a sudden, like the rest of the team, to stand in front of the goalie. You know? It's like, I don't know. I really... Listen, this is a team that... And you know what annoys me the most, Nico? I hate to go here, but look at who this team has been blessed with to have in net in the last 3 decades.
Right.
From Mike Richter to Henrik Lundqvist to Igor Shesterkin. Do you have any idea how many franchises would kill for that? Before all that, Ed Jockerman. Do you have any idea how many franchises would kill for that? And yet this team consistently in this organization with Chris Drury, who is not going to look good right now if this keeps up, consistently does not build around them. Consistently doesn't give them the right way. Listen, I know the defenses look decent, but the offense. You can't make this up, Nico. The problem, the defense.
We see this
all of a
every
sudden,
year,
the offense
though.
flatline.
We always see this though. The offense, they disappear for a couple games. We always see this. But I can genuinely tell you what the mentality is in that locker room. Screw the regular season. Let's just get to the playoffs.
Yeah,
they already have that playoff mindset.
We got to get there first, though. And
they do. They're playing down to their opponents. The problem they're playing worse than their opponents.
Obviously. The problem right now is look at the division you're. Well, to be fair, I don't want to talk about standings. We're 8 games in.
Right.
But it's like I'm not like this division scares me. It does because everyone was talking. Oh, Columbus. Columbus is in last place. Does that not speak volumes about how? Well, to be fair, they're in last place because they suck right now. But look at the teams above them right now. Because, listen, like I said, every year, this division does not get any easier. It just doesn't. It doesn't. And
the only easy team is Philly.
Well, yeah, and they're 4-2 right now. But I don't know. I hope for my sake they get it together so I don't have to tear this team apart because everyone at WHPC thinks I'm hell-bent with tearing my teams to shreds. Which you should rightfully think because I'm so negative, but I'm negative for a reason.
Bridge.
I'm going to freaking jump off Chase Bridge onto Shea Bridge at this point.
Love Chase Bridge.
Jesus
Shout out
Christ.
Chase Bridge.
Listen, that was some great Rangers discourse right there. We did that hockey, everybody. We did that hockey. And like I said before, the two teams, Islanders and Rangers, will meet November 8th at the Garden this time. A couple weeks from now. But for now, we will call a show on WHPC Sports Talk. From Joshua Imahi, Brayton Daniello, Nico Weech, Mauricio Mendoza, and Antonio Gonzalez, we thank you once again for listening to the voice of Nassau Community College 90.3 WHPC. Profumi d'Italia is up next. Rita's got a great show for you for 2 hours, so keep it locked on 90.3 WHPC. Sports Talk will be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. For now, enjoy the rest of your day, everybody.